Fan gives hope. Facebook. Right, okay, you probably don't know who I am. Okay, welcome back to the page. Where have I? Did you notice I was gone? Probably not. Okay, long story short, lost my phone. Okay, I also had a sore throat, couldn't speak, and it dawns on you. I'm sorry about the background noise if you hear anything like that. Okay, it's kids' cartoons that are on in the background just to keep a lot of kids entertained. Okay, so just try to ignore that. Losing a phone. I don't know if you've ever lost a phone. I was probably one of the last people on the planet to even want a mobile, okay? Because it just never warmed. I wasn't one to buy gadgets, wasn't one. Probably end up just texting myself. So, but then finally, I get a phone and then I get the drug just like everybody else. So, I'm back, hopefully. Now, you think I was worse without a phone. You should see my partner without a phone. That was crazy. That was. Now, I went into work and I spoke to some of the guys in my workplace, and I says, "Would you be able to go into work? Would you be able to live a week without your phone?" Silence. Okay, silence. So I'm asking you guys and girls out there, could you possibly let's try it for instance, right? Let's take your phone, put it under a bed someplace, right? Or get one of your a parent or a friend or something to hide your phone for a week, and then see if you go crazy. See if it's like a drug-filled rage or the red lantern ring that you put on, and see how nuts you go for a week. Okay. Honestly, I mean, I sort of survived. I sort of missed it just by doing my Facebook page and doing the YouTube. But there's people, honestly, and I hated the fact that somebody's out there walking with my phone and they had pictures and everything else, and because mobiles they use for everything now, the Facebook, Instagram, and tweets, and it's got your email account, it's got everything, and so when it goes missing, when it breaks down, it's fine because it's where it is, but when you believe somebody's got it, that's a different picture entirely. That makes you go nuts, and I lose my voice and everything else, and I suddenly, I've got to get, I've got to get it right in my head. So, but a partner, she's, she look, the phone breaks, and that's it. It was like a week or two, and it was like listening. It was like, living with a red lantern. Really, it was. It got scary, but and funny at times, So let's catch up. What's now? I've not reported on all the other things that's going on. So what I'm going to say is old news. Okay. Yeah, there's been claims about Shazam, the guy that's playing Shazam. He's been chosen, an actor from Marvel. Check it out on the Facebook page. You can Google it. It's a Shazam actor now chosen. So, so you got that, and then there was all this debacle about how long Justice League film is. Okay, and people are worrying. And then Scott Mendelson or something, he made an article that people got the wrong idea of. He was just trying to basically state, I believe in my version of what I read, was why we all concerned about how the length of a film. Okay, and yes, okay, we look at Batman v Superman, and that was cut, that was edited and stuff like that, and the ultimate one comes out, and then he says, oh, that's what makes the film better because it was like 3 hours, right? And that's what made the film better, and instead of cutting it down to 2.5 or whatever. And to be honest, my way of seeing that runtime was that this was Zack Snyder's way, that he had a vision of making that film that length. Okay, he wanted to make it that length. He had written, along with other people, the film and setting up the DC universe to be that length. And then Warner Brothers, they come in and they cut it up. And so that's like saying, well, that's like taking a nose off of the Mona Lisa. It's just not complete. And take this wee bit, and suddenly your art that you created, that you visualised, was not finished. But that's not to say that that when you make something, it has to be 2.5 hours. It has to be 3 hours. It doesn't need to be any amount of time. Now, Zack Snyder's actually came forward and said this film, and he has said this, I can't quote him, I did read it about a week ago or so. Roughly, he says that Justice League is a shorter film than Batman v Superman. So that means, that's telling me that Justice League is nicely been written, it's been flushed out and it's done, and the story arc of it has been put together in such a way where he's visualised it and he believes it's all. Now it's got Joss Whedon to come in because he's watched the films and he just says a little bit here, a little bit here, maybe 10 minutes or so. You can't complain over 10 minutes. A big difference between an hour and 10 minutes, okay, or 30 minutes, 10 minutes, okay, it's not much, 10, 15 minutes, whatever. But this is how he's visualised the story. This is how he wants it. It's nothing, forget about, if they cut it to 2 hours, then that means every cinema can then show the film. It's got nothing to do with that. It's they don't even think that way, okay? They just think, the studios, they realise that we want it to be flooded all around the cinema. We want it in every cinema going, right? That's all they're thinking about. And now, Zack Snyder making Justice League, he wants everybody. He wants his film to go everywhere. And in order for his film, the Justice League film, to be enjoyed by more, he needs to probably visualise it beforehand to be a 2-hour film. Also, he's had to visualise the film which he can make where younger kids can also enjoy the film. But with Batman v Superman, he's always had that, he's had to tell that darker story. He's had to tell that lengthy film and why two gods angry at each other with the middleman. That sort of story needed that 3 hours. Okay, but this is a normal blockbuster film which doesn't need to be dragged on to 3 hours. Spider-Man, okay, you look at any Spider-Man film or any other superhero film, you've got the first half of the film and they're dealing with the baddie's origin, and then it's the goodie's origin, and then it's the baddie getting the upper hand, and then finally at the end it's the goodie getting winning the hand, and it's all mainstream, it's all made that way, every film is made that way. So that is, but with BVS you couldn't have that. It was basically the baddie, mainless, had the upper hand all throughout, and it was not. So with the Justice League, I believe he's not going to bore you with the origins of most of these characters. Probably 2 or 3, of course, Cyborg, I'm contradicted myself there, Cyborg, Flash and Aquaman, but he's not going to bother about again with Superman or Batman or Wonder Woman. Probably a little bit of Steppenwolf that can be told in a homage thing, one of those sort of Rocky montage moments at the start of the film. So does it need to be 3 hours? No. What's the downside? Downside is we don't get 3 hours, we don't see more and more of the great, but then again 3 hours can make the film a wee bit slow and a wee bit long, and we're always arguing, did that film seem long to you? Now, here's the thing, okay? Now, you may have seen my post. I have now bought the tickets to Justice League, and it's one of those recliner seats. The ones, the big lazy boys. You just press a wee button and your feet come up. Yep, I've got them booked. It's iSense or something. Every cinema nowadays have got all these different trying to grab you in. You've got iSense, which is meant to be 4K sort of screen. It's meant to be better, pixelated and sound and everything. Then you've got the big lazy boy chairs. Then you've got the 4DX, which I'll be going to second, and that's the one where you got the vibrating chairs and the smoke machine and the lightning and the chairs shaking you about in the 3D. Then you've got the super screen. Then you've got the IMAX and BIP, which you get, chauffeured in basically and fed. And all cinemas are just pulling you into all these different experiences. So I'm going with my wee Justice League belt on, and I went into HMV, a shop that sort of sells digital stuff like Virgin did, right? So I went in and bought a wee DVD. This was on one side. This was on the other. Now you cannot say there's no marketing involved in Justice League when it's on your HMV bags. When I've just bought an advent calendar, there's also, in the cinema you've got the big Justice League cups with the wee figures on top and stuff. And then of course you go into one of the shops, and it's kind of Primark, one of your cheap sort of shops. They're always good for movies, by the way. And there you go, you get the Justice League t-shirt. I think you can get this in jumper form as well. So that's what I'll be wearing for the first and probably the second time. So that's my topics for the day. I'm glad I'm back. I will be doing. I watched Wonder Woman at the weekend. I will be doing one of my videos that nobody watches, where I'm sitting with you guys watching Wonder Woman and having a wee talk through it and what I think about all the scenes and stuff. So that is still on my agenda. And thanks again for liking the page, liking the YouTube channel. So I'm hopefully back, and this time this phone, that's getting welded onto my hip, right? I'm becoming cyborg. That is going to get implanted in my arm. Okay, that's a booyah with a phone. But no, try that at home, okay? Try living without your phone for a week and let us know in your comments below. So be positive. We're on the countdown now. Not long now. Do you have your tickets for Justice League? If you do, let us know on the page, on the comments below. Thank you very much.